Currently, Shanks is probably one of the strongest pirates in the One Piece world. Although he appeared only 10 times in the entire series, all of his appearances are impactful, and the latest one solidified his status as the strongest Yonko. I'm not saying he's the strongest of all time. What I'm saying is, among the current Yonko, Shanks is definitely the strongest. It's on an individual power level. Now, was Shanks always the most powerful among his peers? I don't know when he started to duel with Mihawk, but he definitely continued his fight until he was 27. Roger's crew was disbanded at least 24 years ago. Shanks started to make his own crew, and his first recruit was Ben Beckman. Later, he recruited Yasop and the others. All the commanders of his crew joined within 3 years after he formed his pirate crew. In One Piece film Red, Shanks, Ben Beckman, and the other commanders found Uta in the treasure chest. Uta is 21 years old, so Shanks' commanders are with him for more than 21 years. It's a long time, right? And they're still young. Compared to the other powerful pirates. Anyway, so Shanks had been fighting Mihawk for at most 8 years. I don't know, probably when Shanks lost his arm, Mihawk decided to take a chill and become a Shichibukai. He didn't have anything interesting to do, so he decided to take some time. But even when Shanks fought the strongest swordsman, he didn't get any scar on his body, at least not visible scar. But Marshal de Teach gave him a scar on the left side of his face. Shanks warned Whitebeard of Teach's strength. He also told him that it was not a fluke. Teach managed to injure him. He's really powerful. Blackbeard even taunted Shanks about his scar on the Marineford. So when did it happen? When did they fight? In the past, people in the One Piece community believe Shanks got injured anywhere between after the disbandment of Roger's crew and his execution. Well, it's because Shanks was hiding his face during Roger's execution. He also hid it when he recruited Yasop in the East Blue. So it was at least 24 years ago. However, in One Piece film Red, when Shanks found Uta, we didn't see any scar on his left eye. Uta is 21 years old. So Shanks didn't fight Blackbeard before Roger's execution. Rather, he fought him much later, at least 5 years after Roger's execution. When Shanks met Whitebeard before the Marineford War, he went to him specifically to stop Ace from underestimating his strength. He knew Ace was no match for him, and his assessment of Blackbeard's power was before he got his Yami Yami no Mi. After he ate this fruit, he became even more powerful. So obviously, Ace never had a chance. Luffy was really lucky not to meet Blackbeard before he became a Shichibukai. Well, he met at Marktown, but Blackbeard didn't know Luffy's bounty was 100 million. Otherwise, he would be swapping place with Ace. I must clarify something. By no means I'm saying Teach is more powerful than Shanks. After Shanks got injured, he got stronger by leaps and bounds. He became powerful enough to even contend against Whitebeard. The admirals don't show much respect to any other Yonko, but when it comes to Shanks, they think twice before making any decision. In my opinion, finding an approximate timeline of Shanks' injury, we have to take Whitebeard and Shanks' conversation in context. Whitebeard is talking about Shanks' daily duels with Mihawk. Shanks continued this conversation and talked about Blackbeard. This means Blackbeard injured Shanks when Shanks was on par with Mihawk. So I think Shanks got injured just before he came to East Blue. So I would say he got injured 9 to 11 years after Roger's execution.